Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's a late night chat with us. I'm bored. I slept a lot today and ready to chat. How you
Let's
doing, Frank?
let's get our shits and giggles going.
Yeah, I need it.
It's been a rough fucking day and last night.
Yes, it was.
Jesus.
So I've said some hi's in the chat, but I'll say them hi again. Hi, Jill. Mike,
Damn.
nice to see ya. Lost City of Atlanta. Ray, how you doing?
Oh, I ain't taken my Geritol yet. It doesn't look like anybody in the chat has either.
Olivia 2, good evening. D, how you feeling?
Stone. What
I
up,
didn't ask
Jada?
you, I asked D. Oh, hey Jada, how you doing?
By the way, we received
Jimmy.
your donation on our PayPal, Jada.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I got some good health care. I needed it after yesterday. Sierra, how you doing? Purdue's on.
And by the way, y'all, Colts won. Yay, 27 to
Yeah,
10.
whatever. Polygraph, good to see ya. Oh, yeah. So one of the big things is we all know that Frank loves sports and
Damn, I'm
picks on
sweating.
me about my Packers, and I really don't give a shit about his Colts. So I give him a hard time and right back.
Well, the difference
Night.
between the Colts and the Packers pack fudge.
They do not pack fudge. You're gonna pack fudge.
Yeah,
You
how
keep
you gonna
talking
do
bad
that?
about my Packers.
I'm just waiting for somebody to clock old Rodgers one good time and retire his ass before the season even starts.
Okay, wait a minute here. Randy,
Yeah.
I know that you were in Minnesota when I was in Minnesota, but I was very busy. Someone tried to rob the Mall of America on Friday when you and your brother were there. Oh my God, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oops. Hi, Stacey. Andrea, nice to see ya. There's Melissa.
There's Ocean Spirit or Spirit Ocean, whatever she calls herself on Discord. Y'all, nobody talks on Discord anymore.
Tammy, how you doing? Amy's here. Nice to see y'all. I am not crying today, so that's a good thing. Yesterday was rough. I had to apologize to Frank today.
I'm always in trouble. I'm always in trouble and I get yelled at.
I do have to say, Frank, that you and I are actually, I agree with you 100%. We are like brother and sister. And
yeah.
I definitely took out my frustrations on you yesterday, and I am so sorry about that.
It ain't no big deal, and I understand the circumstances. Even though I'm the older one, I still get chewed out by the younger one.
Well, there was that comment in that other stream, not ours, but somebody else's, that I'm bossy. And I'm like, yeah, I can be bossy. Somebody's got to keep you in line.
Well, it's originally your channel anyway, so everybody has to realize that it doesn't matter if we're partners or not. You created the channel, so it's yours. So you do as you please with your own channel.
Yes, but I don't ever want to take advantage of you because you are my partner.
There's no advantage being taken of at all. I mean, that's just the way I look at it.
The way I look at it is we do this together.
Yep.
So glad, my gosh, people just keep coming in. They're like, what? Marvin, Frank are on late? Yeah.
We're gonna pull a sleuth. Insomnia, the insomnia crew.
Can't help it. I called them up. I said, I'm bored. I slept too much today.
I finally got up about 12 hours of sleep last night. After she was done yelling at me, I turned my phone on Do Not Disturb, turned over, and I was out.
I, however, was not. I was aggressively chatting, I guess you could say, with my dresser last night, until I finally gave up and turned my phone off.
And I wake up this morning with 37 messages on my damn messenger, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I was like, good God, don't you ever sleep?
Well, that person's asleep right now because they're not responding to me, so.
That's a good thing, right?
Hey, Jill, put that thing in there that you put in here the other day, the FBI, what it stood for, and let Mark see it. Well, the neighbor's coming over.
Good evening, Blade. How are you today? Oh, that quieted him up. Oh, no, you wouldn't. You're on mute.
It's okay.
I was talking to Blade.
The neighbor's coming over and hanging out with Blade.
Ah. Thank you all. I gotta say thank you to the mods so much because this was a last minute thing. Whoever can be here can be here. Whoever can't will manage. But thank you for those of you who are for however long.
What's up, straight from the horse's mouth? There.
Oh my goodness. FBI, Frank's best ideas. I love it. Love it.
Make sure my mods, you drop everybody's chat or link that we support.
Yeah, they are. Thank you for doing that for us.
Where you at, Randy?
He called me at 5:30 a.m. in Barron, Wisconsin. Wow.
He called me at 6:30 this morning. I think it was this morning or yesterday. From Minnesota.
Yes, digital. I was aggressively chatting. I can honestly say that not everything I said was nice. Might have been true, but it might not have been so nice. But
let's just put it this way. We've got another administrator from a Facebook group. She likes our channel, but for some reason it shows that she's blocked from being in the chat, but she's not blocked. And she can't figure out why she can't get in the chat. And we had to, I don't know how long we had to explain to her that you've got to have a premium account with YouTube in order to get in the chat. So
there you go, Randy. There's your link. And anybody else that wants to come chat tonight.
Lexi, you want to come over and say hi?
I do have to say I'm so thankful for Frank because I knew I had a rough day. I'm so thankful for Frank because
I want everybody to meet my neighbor.
Yeah, and Randy's got an open channel. Lexi, how are you?
That's my neighbor, Lexi, guys. She's
subscribed to our channel. Hi. Hey, Randy.
Yeah, that's my neighbor.
Awesome.
Yep, she watches our show, so.
Well, thank you, Lexi, for watching. Love it.
Man, I wish I was higher than a Georgia pine straight from the horse's mouth. I'm out until next Thursday. Shit. You talk about fiending for the last 2 days.
Let's talk about that damn boy Logan Maxwell and any thoughts. Okay, so straight from the horse's mouth. What exactly do we want to talk about, Logan?
The search warrant that happened at the Maxwell. I mean, you know why they did the search warrant. I think Randy does too.
Yeah.
But I prefer not to put that out there due to the fact that he was a minor at the time.
So, but he was friends with
Libby. Yeah. Well, actually, both the girls.
Both the girls, right?
Yeah.
So, to me, it's only common sense that they would go to one of their closest friends and
do what they were doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Randy?
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. They were talking about that Marathon gas station.
Yeah.
Now, Libby and Abby, you got some of the high school kids do stop there on the way to school. Get whatever one comes lunchtime or snacks. But high school kids do stop there at that gas station before they get to.
Well, what I was referring to, Randy, is what the teenage kids are into these days when it comes to pictures.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about, and that's why I didn't want to put it out there because they were minors at the time, and.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I understand that. Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I do want to say, we have Ahmad D that is sick with COVID, so we're sending her our well wishes and prayers to get well soon.
Yeah.
She's been smoking that shit that killed Elvis. It's just like she's not getting any better.
Well, get this. My uncle was telling me today, Thursday, that he had it 3 times. Like, wow, okay, you had it 3 times, and you're still here.
I've had COVID twice.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
Now you know why I'm a hermit and I don't leave the house? Because I don't want that shit.
Dee says she's not smoking anything.
Well, you did the other night. And
this is my 5th time. Cool. That's your 5th time, Dee, of having COVID? Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you?
Logan Maxwell is a friend of Abby and Libby's. He was a boy that they hung out with.
Yeah.
They were pretty good friends with him. And it is his house is one of them that had a warrant issued.
Yeah, he had a search warrant.
Maxwell was the very first one to get the warrant. Then after
and I mean, it makes sense. You're looking for 2 young girls that went missing, then they're found dead. It's, depending on what they found on Libby's phone, it could have pointed them towards the fact that he knew them so well, and it makes sense for him to be a person of interest off the bat. Well, or they may just been trying to get information.
Well, the other thing, somebody told me when I was coming home tonight that everybody's talking about this person wearing black clothing. Well,
in the hood, right?
Yeah. And I think some of the photos that in the past I have seen Maxwell wearing black clothes, black pants, black clothing.
Right.
And somewhere when he's fishing. So that's where that clothing might have come from the Maxwells.
Okay, that makes sense why they would have searched the home.
Yeah.
CJK, I just want to say I hope your husband is getting better. Frank is losing his crap right now. But I just want to say I hope that your husband gets a lot better. He was on a ventilator for 17 days, in the hospital for 32, and rehab for 3 weeks. I know there's a lot of health issues after the fact, And our thoughts and prayers with your husband.
Somebody asked me how old asked how old Logan is. I'm getting ready to check right now.
Hey, Angelina, how you doing?
So glad that you could catch the live, Angelina.
Hey, Jado.
I'm thinking that Keegan Klein tossed maybe an Xbox or PlayStation into the Walrush River. I love it.
Hide the evidence. Throw it in the water. Won't work. Hey, Jade.
Yeah, we try not to talk about the kids too much. But everybody knows that there was a warrant issued at that house. Maxwell has suffered a lot because of his two friends dying. And he was young at the time. He had to have been close to Addie and Libby's age, or maybe a little bit older, Randy.
I'll see, a little bit older.
Yeah, so you gotta remember this affects all of these kids pretty terribly when two of their friends are killed, and
he doesn't even have a Facebook account, so I can't tell you how old he is.
Yeah.
So
It says when Derek and Tara were in the car, they seen him walking and told police. Okay. Well, we do know that there was some people in the area. So, hello, TTM fangirl in Frenchie. Yeah, so I mean, lots of things happening this week, you guys. Lots of things. I mean,
well, especially people
crazy information coming out in the Delphi case.
Well, especially when I was in Wisconsin or Iowa or whatever, I had a lot of people sending me, "Look, we're getting closer and closer with King case." It's like, wow. Just hopefully something comes out of that soon.
Well, yeah, you had the whole Marathon gas station thing drop, and the FBI bungling the video.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say right now, even though that's been reported, it has not been verified by a podcaster. So, do not take that as fact.
No. I know. I remember that part was given out to the people when this case got started. So all of a sudden, this came. Only thing we talked about was Libby and Abby went to the marathon to buy things either before or after school, and that's the only time I knew.
Yes, Angelina, there was a search warrant executed for the Maxwell property early on in the investigation.
But I will tell you, these leaked documents.
Which ones?
All of them. That's coming out, all the ones that are coming out of Miami County when it comes to Keegan. I'm on the trail and finding out who's leaking these documents, because from my understanding, since this is a criminal open investigation, that the only people that have access to those documents would be somebody actually out of the court or the prosecutor's office or Keegan's defense attorney. One of the three is leaking this stuff out. And I'm on the trail, and I got information yesterday that I've been looking into, and it's just a rumor right now until we get it verified. But we've got names of the people that are supposed to be leaking this, but it's just rumor right now. So,
Ivy, well, how you're asking, do you still think it's TK and his dad are not it? Well, at this point, what people have sent me and how he's acting towards his lawyers and prosecutors, is starting to lean towards that way now.
But my thinking too is I get, with all these documents and stuff that they're leaning towards TK and KK. I get it. They have been for a while. That's been apparent.
Are you having a storm or something in your part of the country, because you are real pixelated and you're behind?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, before I left, they're supposed to have a storm later on tonight.
Yeah,
So,
we are. But this search in the Wabash River,
it's suspicious to me.
It is, because why would you have police in there with no shirt on, common shorts? Wouldn't they be in some kind of
suit,
uniform,
diving suit?
Right.
It just seems so unprofessional to me.
Right.
The way they were dressed and things like that, and I'm just like, something's weird about this whole situation.
Especially when you got one holding the shovel and the other's having the wand to look some type of metal. It's like, all right, it shouldn't be a real genius of it should be out there if it is or not.
It's been going on several days now. If they were looking for something specific, they would have gone out there 1, 2, 3 days, done what they needed to do, and it would have been over with.
I believe they've been searching for a week as of today.
Right. So to me, this is more of a training session, longer training session.
And then somebody keeps putting out there that Keegan was at the site while they were searching, and they have pictures of this. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you got pictures, prove it, because I spoke to the news station in Lafayette at 11 o'clock that the first night it was reported, and they specifically told me, no, Keegan was not there. He was just taken out of his cell, basically taken to another room by ISP, questioned, interviewed for a little bit, and returned back to his cell.
Right. And Molly, I agree with your statement completely. Somebody on the inside would have to be leaking the docs, even if it's a clerk. Maybe a rogue LE, maybe LE strategy. I don't know. I agree.
Well, I'm going to call the board on Monday for lawyers and see if because it doesn't make any sense to me if they're denying my FOIA request. Then why is it all right if it is the prosecutor or somebody out of the courts, it's all right for them to leak them out?
Right.
That's a double standard right there to me.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the Maxwell warrant was the first one to be issued.
Yep.
Before Ron Logan, before anything else.
You look at how close at the clothing he had on in some pictures, and he wasn't that far. He just lived out of town. He can get there less than 30 minutes to in town. So
Savannah says LM has a Facebook page. He works at Subaru from 2020.
Who's that? Oh, Logan Maxwell. Man, it seems like all of them are starting to work at those damn places. Looks like it runs in the family. From the father, then when the kid gets old enough to go work there, they go work there.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, that's not a very big area, and I'm sure those bigger companies do get
a lot
generational families working there. It makes sense.
I remember that building being made. Plus, the SIA was going to build a mall for their people, but they never built it in Lafayette. Because it was supposed to be where Walmart on State Route 26 is now. That whole area would have been the second largest mall in America type.
Being from the country says, what about the FBI and lost tape? Your thoughts? if this really happened, I would say it's very detrimental to the case. What are your thoughts, Randy?
I think so too. They should have took a better care of the evidence. Now you can't recognize or Deb or anything. The only way they can prove that TK and KK was there if they use a Marathon credit card.
Yep, exactly.
That's the only way they can prove that they were there. You know, the business across the street would have had a camera, Saul. That don't know how good that camera is, but
that's what I was going to ask: is what other cameras, what other businesses had cameras in the area?
There's a couple homes. There is a small used car dealership, very small, like maybe 4 or 5 cars, would have had cameras. And where the judge found his office, just county corner from the gas station, they have cameras. So they have a lot of opportunity to find a better camera, but they just stuck with the Marathon cameras.
That's a mistake in my book. I would have went and gotten footage from the other cameras.
Yeah, I would too. I would say, hey, you have it. But only thing they can do is get the credit card receipt. If their names, whose name was on it that day and that time, it would put them.
They used a credit card.
Huh?
If they even used a credit card, they may not have.
But they're when looking at on the map from Peru to here, there's 3 different Marathon gas stations. The one in Flora, he could have took 75 to 300. I did a video of it, and could have just drove straight to the bridge on the back way.
See, what really upsets me is the fact that this podcast is blaming the FBI for the screw up. No, it is well known that Carroll County screwed it up on day 1 when the search started.
Mm-hmm.
So it almost sounds like to me that they're trying to put the blame on the FBI to deter the heat off law enforcement there in Carroll County.
Mm-hmm. Andrea, I'm not sure which video you're referring to. You may want to send it to me again.
Good night, Fritz.
Hi, Deb. How you doing? What else is there to do for work in Indiana? I wouldn't want to work in slaughterhouse like Indiana Packers. So that's a good question, Randy. What are some of the other bigger companies?
Okay, right now, when I used to work in Delphi, there were a furniture factory in Delphi. There were a plumbing factory in Delphi. There were outskirts out of town, but now they're no longer there. Before the hog plant came in. So there are several other businesses I can't remember, but those are the 2 main ones because we had set our times on a different time scale to get out because it was causing a problem with we all leave at the same time when both of us gets off work. But yeah, those are the 2: furniture factory place and the plumbing. Now the people who took over the plumbing factory, they use the water containers. They build water containers.
Okay.
So
let me answer this question.
So Subaru would be a big one to work for.
Yeah.
You know, everything that we've been saying. So Jetta says, who lived near, had dogs, Confederate flags, worked on cars for money, 2 guys, 1 boy, 1 guy is deaf.
Never heard of that one. That one's.
We'll have to look into that.
Is this on the road on 300? jaded because we got the two houses that has barns and in a business across one of the people who lives on 300 up right behind the trail.
Miss Deb, I need to get with you tomorrow sometime. We need to have a discussion about an individual that you know personally. So if
Nick French.
if you can get with me tomorrow sometime after church, whenever you're available.
Jane from the country, we don't know what information KK has. Everything is so messed up now that all these documents are being released, like the transcripts. That's hurt the case against KK for those 30 charges.
Yeah,
It's hurt it.
I've got information about that, and I was like, no wonder. It was something that was told to me, and I might as well go ahead and say it. It's just rumor that I was told. Apparently, the prosecutor offered Keegan a plea deal of 8 to 10 years on all 30 charges. And if that's the case, I would believe the reasoning is because that transcript got leaked of him, and the defense attorney would eat up the prosecutor if it went to trial. It's just a rumor that I was told. So,
yeah.
Do we know what time the search for Marathon was done?
Not me. I don't know when, but they.
I don't know if murder sheets specified that.
Yeah, FBI would have looked if they found that on a timestamp on that video and find, say, a credit card receipt matches the same time they were there at the marathon. But since they messed that part up, they have to figure out another way.
Hey, straight from the horse's mouth, that was in West Lafayette. That was a retention pond. It's not even close to the Wabash.
Yeah.
And hell, they didn't even have Ring doorbells back then yet at that time, did they?
Some they were starting coming out.
Starting to come in?
Yeah, they were starting coming out back then.
No, that's interesting, Digital. He was lured to Marathon by killers, maybe?
But why would he look up the marathon finger? That's where to find the marathon. That's kind of weird. If he drove Delphi through Flora, Indiana, he would know that marathon and the marathon in Flora. The question is, who brought up he was looking for that particular marathon he needed to go to?
Yeah. Ooh, what if they have the marathon footage but want certain people to think they don't?
See, that's another thing I keep saying. I mean, thinking to myself, I'm like, they might be telling you that people this to throw everybody off.
Mm-hmm.
Because this podcast is really excuse my French people, but they're really starting to piss me off with this crap because it's making me think that they're just doing this for the notoriety and for what reward money that's not even there.
Right.
And it really pisses me off about this group is because they started this case well after everybody else did, maybe 6 or 7 months ago, and they're getting all the know about. How's that? I want to know why they're so privy to getting this information, and it has nothing to do with freedom of the press because it's an open criminal case. They are not supposed to be releasing information because me and Marv have filed FOIAs for these cases, and we keep getting denied because it's an open criminal investigation.
Yeah.
Why are they so privy? And it makes me wonder if they're trying to go for the reward money, which there is no reward money.
Well, there is reward money, Frank.
You know, 325,000.
There
Because
is.
When's the last time they said there was money?
Hoosier the Bruiser sent $100,000 before he died.
Do
Yeah.
we know? Do we know if it's still there?
It shows it's still there. The reward money is still there.
Yeah.
That has not changed. If it was, the police would have done something by now with that money.
Olivia, I understand what you're saying. Yes, he's an attorney. He's a real estate attorney, but he's still not privy to information that into a case that he has nothing to do with.
Oh, Anthony.
Deb says, I think they found Marathon being Googled when they looked at his phone history. Probably, in my opinion, yes.
But once again, do we know that it was actually Keegan that Googled the Marathon?
Right.
I mean, I'm not trying to defend the guy, but if you pay attention to what the transcript said, they clearly told him, we know it wasn't you that text Blibby to meet her at 8 o'clock in the morning. They already told Keegan that. They know it's not him.
Right. Andrea, yes, I did see that video.
But it's illegal to leak confidential information. I looked it up tonight.
Especially on a sealed case.
Yeah.
Yes, Hoosier did a lot of good things. And that is one of the things that he did.
Yeah. Now, well, and the other thing, he would have came to my next walk if I had it. If I knew he was sick, I would have done it earlier, and so he could have been at our walk and be able to meet all of us there.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah, and it's sad. Some people said he was going to leave a message and tell me that it's no harm.
And like when the TK transcripts got leaked out on his case file on mycase.gov, I put a scenario together which makes sense to me, okay? What if Kevin or his wife was in contact with somebody either out of the prosecutor's office or the court, and they this person called them and said, hey, I'm getting ready to put this up there. You got 5 minutes to 10 minutes to grab it, and then call me back so I can pull it back off of there.
Right. Because what is the chances that he's going to be on there
right
when it was released?
Exactly.
He had to have had a heads up.
He had a heads up.
Yeah.
Exactly, Savannah. You're right. They're damaging the case. That's what my point was earlier. His attorney's going to eat that thing up in court. They cannot prove that he was actually at the bridge.
That's
what we're afraid of too, Jumping Jack.
Yeah, she was telling in one of the news reporters that we know it was them, but without having a real evidence and just what they saw in transcripts, you can't tell if it was him or whoever it is.
And another thing, I spoke to Becky Patty today, guys, and I think I've already told Marv. I talked to her, and me and Becky messaged each other back and forth on Messenger, and she believes that somebody in the court or in the prosecutor's office.
Yeah, I do believe that. That's just.
I told Frank last night, and I agree. It probably isn't the prosecutor himself. It's probably a lower employee that's like, hey, I got access to this. I'm going to share it out because nothing's happening with this case, and they won't catch me. Oh, you can bet they're going to catch him.
Yep.
Well, it needs to be investigated.
Yes, I agree.
It needs to be investigated. Because like I said before, if I'm not privy to it through the FOIA Act, no one else is privy to it. Yeah. I don't give a damn if you're a journalist or not. You still don't have privileges to get stuff. on an open criminal case.
Oh yeah, if you're the president of the United States, he still has to go through channels to look at the documents.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is sad, Savannah. I mean, when this information comes out, we get excited about it, you know, and our hopes are up, and then I can just imagine what it does to the family.
Yeah.
But then again, if you see any of the documents that the podcast released, it clearly shows on there they are in negotiations with Keegan. So they're working on some type of plea deal.
Yeah, I agree. They're trying to get information out of him.
Yeah.
They don't think it was him that did it, but they think it's somebody that had access to the Dropbox information and the Anthony Shots account. Oh, good thought, Molly. Might a lower employee, county, state, close to retirement, gets the retirement before anything's caught. I can see it happening.
It don't make any difference if he's retired or not. If they find out who it was, he could still be criminally charged. I looked it up.
Right. Ivy says,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
He's not a criminal defense attorney. He's not a criminal attorney. I've done research on this guy. He is a real estate attorney.
Of course, the cops know about it. Every time the case gets a little cold, something comes out. They are using the murder sheet, and Keegan was there at the murders. Good question. Who is the assistant DA? That would be
which county?
Shane Evans, correct?
That he's in Carroll County. We're talking about Miami County.
Right. Who is the assistant for Miami?
Hold on, I'll look it up right now. Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm sure they did say they have an informant. The court set bond for him. Yep.
The deputy prosecuting attorney for Miami County is Courtney Alwine, Alwine.
Yeah. Could be digital. Could be. All right, boys, you talk. I gotta run to the ladies' room.
All right.
I ate too much ice.
Where are you at on this thing?
Molly,
At the bottom.
the FBI agent who covered up the gymnastics. That's where we're at. Where Molly's got blue height.
You're talking about Jay Abbott.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. And they don't even realize it either. Yeah, Ivy, I was hearing about that too. I saw what you saw. I believe you were watching the same one. Deb, I think you had a show the other night with Psychic, and that's what she was saying, that a law enforcement officer had ties with BG. I believe that's what was going on in the show. I didn't stay in for the whole thing because I feel about the same way you do about those psychics. Exactly, Savannah. That's why I keep saying rumors or speculation, because there is no fact or no documentation to prove anything. No. Right here. Yes, you're right. No, it was Tony Klein's aunt. It was TK's aunt, which would be KK's great aunt.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, Ivy. He can work pro bono as a civil attorney because that's what a real estate attorney is. He's a civil attorney. But he specializes in real estate, but he still works as a civil.
Yeah.
Believe me, guys, I do so much research and my brain is like a sponge. I got so much information in my brain, it's ridiculous. There you go. Yes, correct, Savannah. Her name is Rhonda Trexler. Yeah, I'm kind of upset. That's why I went on the thing today about. I've been online for the last couple hours researching these laws and the Indiana codes when it comes to confidential information and open criminal cases about leakage of information. And it did say that a person can be criminally charged for leaking confidential information. Which explains why I keep getting denied on FOIA requests because of that same. Damn, Randy, where'd you go? He was up and left. Randy fell asleep. My God. Well, you guys got to realize he's been on the. There he is. Was you over there falling asleep, Randy?
Yes.
I was sitting there telling him, I said, you guys got to realize he's been on the road all day.
Been on the road since Wednesday. Woke up, traveled to Wisconsin, stayed there, drove back to Iowa, and then come here.
Wow.
What time was it you called me yesterday morning? Like 6:30 in the morning, and he was whispering his ass off on the phone. I'm like, yeah. Everybody else is asleep, and he's trying to talk on the phone.
Yeah, it was like 10 o'clock at night, but he called me Wisconsin time, 5:30 in the morning, and it's 6:30 his time. I said, we just got waking up. Like, okay, yeah. And he said, I've been asleep. Like, kidding me?
And you know something about the podcasters? It's so funny they've been working the Burger Chef murders for all this time and ain't got nowhere with it. And then all of a sudden they want to try to jump into the Delphi case, and all of a sudden they're getting privileges, the shit that no one else can get, or are not allowed to get.
Well, the other thing is they showed the knife that was used on the victims after 40 years.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Now you show that doesn't help anything. If there was another weapon or anything like that, yes, but we don't know what kind of weapons the police would know what kind of weapons were used.
The only thing I can remember about a weapon, okay, is after the blast down the hill, not down the hill, but when the last time HLN did a special.
Yeah.
They were talking to some guests, and the one guy slipped and mentioned a serrated knife. And I don't think he was supposed to say that.
Yeah.
But okay, here's something I want to talk to the two of you about. It's been bugging me for the last week. So you know how in the beginning they showed the old guy sketch, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then they came out with at the 2-year presser that came out with the younger guy sketch.
Mm-hmm.
And the description of everything was so vague, 18 to whatever, and the height was so
Up and
vague.
down.
And what if they've been trying to tell us all this time that they're looking for at least 2 people?
Yeah.
But again, at the beginning, Doug Carter kept saying Bridge Guy is the killer. But then again, pressers years after that, he keeps repeating himself using the word they.
Right. That's why I'm saying, what if, since the 2-year presser, they have been trying to tell us without coming out and saying it that they are looking for 2 individuals?
I believe it's at least 2 or 3, at least 2, possibly 3.
I agree.
It would be almost, if it was only 2 guys, those 2 guys would have had to been real hefty to do Libby. Abby would just gone ahead and surrender. Wouldn't gave him a fight, but Libby did.
Right.
So
and to take care of and control 2 girls, I mean, I don't know why it just popped into my head last week, but it's been really bugging me. What if this has been law enforcement's way of telling us all this time that they're looking for 2 separate people?
I would think so.
An older and a younger that was working together.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think I'll have to take my leave. I'm just
All right, Randy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
falling
you do
asleep more and more.
You're fine,
Thanks
bud.
for joining us. Get
No
some
problem. All right. See you all later. Thanks for all coming. Bye now.
I do recall them saying that they did identify the first sketch, the person in the first sketch. I do recall them that being talked
rest. I
about.
too, but what if that was all a ruse?
Right. I still believe they know who Bridge Guy is, and they're just trying to break the alibi that he's given.
Right. And find out who the second guy actually is, because they don't have him on video. Yeah,
Yes.
digital. I mean, I thought about it in the past, but this past week, it has really been nagging me. And I'm like, that would explain why height and weight and everything was so vague and so far apart, is because they're looking for 2.
And we do know who's responsible for those sketches. We already know that. I think a lot of people do too. So
The video of BG, remember, he said there's something going on to the left and right.
I'm not understanding what that's supposed to mean.
I'm not sure what you're trying to say either, trust and justice. Hang on here. Jumping Jack Flash says both those sketches were there and then some. I thought they said some stuff about the first sketch on the CrimeCon panel. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Carter said BG is murderer and young guy is responsible.
See, that statement does not make sense. How can
know,
you be
but-
responsible and the BG is the murderer?
Because the young one is the one that lured him there.
He was the one at the private drive at the gate. That's how the sketch came up from the dog lady. She's the one.
But
that
that's
came
what
up.
I'm saying. He's the one that got them there. And the older one is the one that actually did the murder. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's so confusing. I mean, it's just, yeah, I was reading Kimmy Canuck right here. She said, it's just all, see, everyone is so confused because of
Right.
all the information's been put out there. No one knows what's legit, what's fact, what's just rumor, what's speculation.
well, if it's 2 at least, a pair, You've had pair killers before cover for each other and do not talk, especially if they've done it before.
Hey, Andrew, you talk about Sleuth's video, that fireman during that Robert Renner interview with Kelsey? Yeah, that dude is kind of suspicious to me because did you see it, Jen?
Yes, I did.
That guy had the gait, the whole works, the same walk,
turned his foot the same and everything. Yes.
And he even had his hand in his pocket. I was like, oh. And that's why I referred back to when I was watching that episode with Sleuth. I said, that's why I keep wondering about this drawing that brought that B. Phillips in jail with the fire around him. That instantly told me, is this guy trying to tell us it's a fireman that was BG?
I know. You have a question. Wasn't Logan Maxwell and Abby dating?
Honestly, I don't remember. They could have been, but I'm not. I'll have to ask one of our sources because this person she's in the know of everything.
Yeah.
She is in the know of everything.
Yeah, and bursting from IS pieces, we don't see or hear what's on the right or left. So there could have been another individual. And Jump Jack, we have to take what Ellie says with a grain of salt. Clearly, they don't want us knowing anything.
Exactly.
And Ivy says, at Marv, remember, Carter always says to the person responsible and to the killer, one pays the other to kill. Yeah. So, it's been a long week for me. Like I said, my husband is away during the weeks now. I have not slept a whole lot last week, and this kept entering my mind and my dreams. And that happens for a reason. It's trying to tell me something.
Honestly, Jane from the country, no one knows what the motive is. You can only speculate. It's all you can do.
We've thrown out a lot of motives out there. And the biggest one to me is revenge.
Yeah.
That's the one that I keep coming back to. The video to me is so weird, especially after you both had Steve on the show, the fanny pack, etc. So hard to tell with 47 approximate frames. Yes.
Ivy, I'm sorry. I was answering a question for Ivy.
Just 1 second. Savannah's got a point here. If there were two perpetrators, it would have been feasible for them to commit the murders in a short time frame. Are you talking about this one, Frank, right here?
Yeah, with the pixelation of that video that Sleuth had, it's really hard to determine what this guy looks like.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we can't tell what he looks like, I can't determine who he is. But we do know that it was a fireman because it showed the back of his shirt. He had his fireman's shirt on when he was walking out the door.
Yeah. Digital, thank you. That's right. Libby was supposedly dating Logan Holder, but who was Abby dating?
I thought one of the Sandefurs was dating Libby at one point in time.
Well, this could have been at different times that Libby was dating one and then she was dating the other. I'm not sure. Frank Meister, what's your thoughts on this Drew Yoder theory that's buzzing around? Which theory are you referring to?
He's talking about the flora. It is kind of weird. If it is true that they found accelerants on his hands and residue from accelerants in his mask, there's a lot of explaining to do.
Thanks, Jane from the country. No clear motive, but lots of speculation.
Yeah, exactly.
And Vanessa says, money or revenge, the only logical motives to me. I would agree. I don't think this was an opportunistic kill. I think this was planned down to every little detail.
Now, you know what? I forgot to ask Becky today when I was talking to her if she had a list of everybody that Libby was in contact with from the time, say 9:30, 10 o'clock a.m. till they arrived at the trails. We know of at least 2 people that she had talked to, her dad and her mom. We know that much.
Right.
But somebody knew that they were going to be out there. And that's why I would like to know who she had been in contact with.
Right.
If it was her in the car texting somebody on the way to the trails or whatever.
Yeah. Yes, Jane. I think I'm definitely frustrated with this case is going on 6 years. I'm like,
and I want to know what Kelsey meant by, if I think it's who I think it is, I'm not afraid of him. Who is she referring to?
yeah. Andrea says most fire departments take pics of firemen helmet tags. Maybe someone should check into that. Huh.
Oh, you mean the emblem or whatever it is on their helmets? Take a picture of what was on the back of his shirt?
Yeah, maybe. Marv, I hate it when my husband is out of town too. Get used to having him around. Makes me appreciate how much he does. Exactly.
Hey, we got 126 in the chat and only 45 likes. People, smash that like button for us if you don't mind.
I think Kimmy has a good question. If it was solely revenge, why disrobe the girls? I go back and forth with motives. I think that it was a clear message.
And a deterrence.
Yeah. To the police. I think it was sending a message to a certain individual, and it was to try to throw the police off. Ivy says, I saw the fireman. Kelsey spoke to him. Someone should ask her who he is.
Well, maybe somebody needs to ask her who she was referring to with that statement that she made. Who was she referring to?
Yeah.
No, D, I'm getting other information. I don't know how true it is. So I'm just going to say it's a rumor that both girls, Libby they were both nude from the bottom down.
Yeah, but then we've heard too that it was only Libby that was that way and Abby was fully dressed. So that's why we're saying this is just a rumor.
Right.
Because nobody can verify any of it. And it's frustrating.
The only persons who would know that would be Ellie, Dave Erskines, and Pat Brown, and Becky's sister.
Yeah.
They saw the bodies, they would know.
Did you see this one, Frank? Do you know if fire department does training in the trails?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Typically, when they do their training, they have a building that they buy out and use it as a training facility. That's the way it works here in Indianapolis. They have a building that's been vacated. It's made of bricks and everything, and all they do is insert or install like fire things to where they can set stuff on fire inside of it, and they can immediately extinguish it just for practice.
Sweet Jules says speculation ahead. Admar, for revenge, how about the rumor of Libby going to the police station to turn someone in and she would have told that to AS, and he said, let's meet. Let me prove you who I am. Anything is possible.
We have heard from a source of ours that Libby supposedly, okay, was going to tell her mom that she had a secret, but nobody knows what that secret is.
Because she never got to tell it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the good question, Olivia. Who does Kelsey think it could have been?
And I don't want to reach out to Kelsey because she just got married and she doesn't need none of this on her plate right now. Let her enjoy her marriage. She just got married a little over a month and a half ago.
Dave Dean wants to know any truth to the hitchhiking story. We have not been able to verify the hitchhiking story. Right now, we have to say it's one of the rumors that follows this case.
It almost makes me feel like the LE's intentionally put stuff out there to cause rumors.
Yeah. Andrea says they take pictures if the actual firemen to put on a tag on their helmets along with their number in case they go down in a fire.
Right. They would have the emblem of the fire department on their shirts and on their helmets. Leave some DNA on them buttons, buddy, or peoples.
Listened to a show a day ago. I believe their guest said that BG had been watching German Home. Yes, I heard that too. But we don't know if that's true or not. And okay, let's say they were watching The Home. How do they know that that's where the girls were going? Are you saying that they actually were watching The Home at that time and followed Kelsey, Libby, and Abby to the trails? That could be a possibility, but we don't know for sure.
Did you see this?
Good night, Anna.
This one right here. Instagram post by Libby with Abby. They're saying we got a secret, and it looks sad from what I could recall.
No. If you've got a copy of that, I'd love to have it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, digital. I still think Libby was going to tell Ellie something. I don't know what, but something. Could be. Gabe Ellis was making meth near the bridge before the murders. It's in the news articles.
Oh, yeah, that's well known. Everybody knew that. Him and Tyler French.
You and me both, Olivia. I wish we could verify these things and put the rumors to bed once and for all.
Yes, that is a fact, straight from the horse's mouth. There's an article about the charges that two people were charged for that.
And yes, if you go by the Erskine text, Libby was naked and Abby was fully dressed. Is it Becky's sister or Becky's sister-in-law?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I thought Becky always referred to her as her sister, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly don't think it's a serial killer because I'll tell you why. They could take the DNA they allegedly have, even though we don't know if there's actual DNA or not. And it's been rumored that they'd only could come up with 9 markers with this DNA. And the best you can do with 9 markers is do a familia. And there's so many people that with those 9 markers, you would have to go through each individual and still can't come up with a match.
Right.
Erskine's is a cousin to either, and I believe it's Anna. No, he was married to Becky's sister, wasn't he?
I don't know. I get so confused now. We need to start making a chart.
Right.
Didn't the police scanner say something about finding undergarments? Yes.
Yes.
David told me Libby was naked, covered up with leaves, and Abby was fully dressed. Interesting. Both of my boys are firemen and one is an officer. Let me do some digging. Awesome. That would be great, Andrea. What is the origin of her going to the police story? I've heard that also. I don't know what the origin is, except for the fact that this whole thing about Libby having a secret. I don't know what kind of secret. Nobody does, you know. It's hard. I have a secret I need to tell you. Sounds very much like something a 14-year-old would say. Yeah, I would love to get a copy of that.
No, she wasn't pregnant, Teresa.
Yeah.
We know somebody that's seen the coroner's report.
At Frank Meister, I wonder if that building you mentioned is known as the Shack.
I don't think they're going to do a fire exercise in a shack in the middle of the woods. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Bridget. We're just talking Delphi and rumors and speculations, and in a way, Jumpin' Jack, I mean, these kids have been talked to by the police. They've told the police everything that they know. Maybe not everything, but just imagine the mental anguish that each one of them are going through with this case. And the way that the internet is and the way that the people are on the internet, I don't want them on here. I don't want them going through all that hell. They've gone through enough. For us, it would be beneficial. Yes, we would get the information. But I'm thinking of them. I'm glad they're not. Just my opinion, though. Okay, you answered that one. Good night, Teresa. Hope you have a good night.
What is this?
Oh, hang on a minute. I'm GGR Dave on the cell phone in the car. Okay, good to know. Sorry, go ahead and
You see that?
I heard that, Lorraine.
And you know what's so funny about it is that there's been an individual that had been talking to Keegan while he was in jail. And allegedly, well, it's no alleged because I sent you the copies of the letter that Keegan sent to this person. and was telling this person that he was obsessed with socks. We've got that letter. I remember I sent it to you earlier. Yep.
Erskine isn't that Abby's mother's brother?
I know that it might be a stepbrother. I know that he's related to, I believe it is Anna.
Thank you for sending me the snippet of They've Got a Secret. I'm just going to say that that person knows who that is that sent it. Thank you very much.
There you go, Jada. Anna's stepbrother. That's what I thought. The things I've heard about Anna, that's one woman you don't want to mess with.
Thank you, Jada, for emailing us that information. Here's a good question. Is the, however you pronounce it, ammonia used to make meth?
Anhydrous, yes, it's the main ingredient to meth.
Okay. Anna's brother, okay. Yeah, see, in our family, we don't use step or half either, so if she refers to him as a brother, that's good enough for me, because that's what we do. Molly says that. Bridget Bowman, no, welcome, go right ahead. We're throwing around a lot of theories and who's who and where's where. You got it. If Pat Brown's wife was with him searching and he was in the group that found the girls, Pat Brown was married to Becky's sister.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep. We did a long thing about him and her. That girl's got a record. She likes to call 911 a lot. That girl likes to call 911 a lot. I saw that when we did that show on him, when he the connection with him and Evansdale. Well, I wouldn't say he's connected to Evansdale, but the proximity to where he lived from Evansdale and Decatur, Illinois, and from the Zion murders in Illinois. We did a whole show on that, and we pulled a thing up on his wife, and I was like, my God, she's a cop caller.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, we do not have access.
I like this one right here. Okay, everybody wants to know about friend one, and I'm not going to put his name out there. He was on probation in Vegas for drugs, and then he got arrested with a deadly weapon, and he was looking at serious jail time. And I don't know what happened, but the dude got released and put on house arrest.
Thank you, Jenna, for emailing that information.
There you go, Savannah. Savannah goes in, puts his name out there.
You know, Don has a good point. If the lady was pregnant, depending on how far along she was,
it'd be fetal homicide.
Right.
They would have added that in there.
Right. Oh, I know I wouldn't be able to handle the internet. I would be going off on so many people.
Yes, anhydrous ammonia is also used as a fertilizer.
Is it?
Yes. Yep. That's what Timothy McVeigh used in the bombing in Oklahoma City.
Ah.
Yeah. And that son of a bitch was executed in my state. In the federal prison in Terre Haute.
Huh. Bridget says, it feels like we're getting close. I hope they find what they're looking for. I hope so too, because this needs to be it needs to come to an end. And whoever's going to be arrested needs to be arrested, because then we know it's not over from then. It's going to take a 2 or 3 years before trial is even put in place. And
Yes, Molly, you're correct. Well, diesel fuel is, let me explain something about diesel fuel. When I was in the military, that's what we used for our heating when we was out in the field. And diesel fuel is not explosive. It's a slow burning fuel. You can light it and it'll burn real slow. Now, regular ethanol fuel is explosive.
okay, that's good to know. Can you start here and go down? I just got to go talk to one person here real quick.
All right.
All right.
Let's see here. What we got for CJK? Exactly, CJK. You sure do know a lot about explosives, Savannah. Well, I do too, from being in the military, so. I've got Pam Hurst, I've got a pretty good idea exactly what happened, because there was an individual that was putting out there. I was given the medical terminology of the deaths of the girls, and Fig was given the same information, but I don't know if it was from the same person. And it all made sense to me, because when I researched the medical terminology, it all added up. And the only way I can describe on how Libby's death, how she died, think of Nicole Brown Simpson. Yes, Digital, you're correct. Let's see. What do we got? I know there is a way out there, but I've been saying this for a long time. Maybe BG is not associated with this at all. It would change the game. Dave, I would have to disagree with that, because he was the closest one to the girls at the time. Honestly, I would like to actually hear the rest of the audio, just another couple seconds, maybe 10 seconds of it, because then you'll be able to determine if there was more than one person involved. But the more and more I listen to the audio tape, it sounds like two different people. Let's see. Let me go up here. I'm getting lost. You guys are coming in so fast on me with these questions. Who's this? Brittany Bowman. See, that's the thing we won't know. I mean, if you watch one of the very first interviews with Tobe Lazy Boy, that's what I call him, Tobe Lazy Boy, with Barbara McDonald. He said that they had DNA, and she asked him, is the DNA from the killer? And he clearly states, we don't know. So you can't go on national TV and say they have DNA if there wasn't DNA. So, but I've always heard there was some type of DNA. We don't know if it was animal DNA, if it was human DNA. We just don't know. Because when it finally comes down and they arrest somebody, I can guarantee you that when it goes to trial, if it even goes to trial, it's going to be a closed door trial. They're not going to let none of the public in it. I can tell you that right now. Just to so people don't hear how the girls died, the conditions of the girls. They don't want to put that out to the public, because if they allow people in the courtroom, these people are going to come back out and start blabbering their mouth. Oh, I saw this picture of the girls. They don't want people knowing about that. I don't want to hear about what the condition of the bodies are. All we know is that they're deceased.
Yes, but we did get information that there was some kind of chemical sprayed to try to get rid of it.
Yeah, we've heard that too. We also were told.
Rumor.
We were also told that the scene was sprayed down. The whole scene was sprayed down.
With water.
Some type of water, yeah. We've been told that too.
But until we get official facts of what happened, nobody's going to know if that's true or not, because law enforcement won't release anything.
Well, Molly, he didn't get voted out. He just decided he wasn't going to run another term. Toby Lazy Boy was not going to run another term. And I can tell you from information that we're getting that this Pickard guy that's going to run against Tony Liggett, they've been doing straw polls, and he's winning the straw polls right now. So I don't expect Tony Liggett to be elected in November. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Their plans may, it's obvious that they want Liggett in there. But they may not get what they want this time if the polls are correct. So it's going to be interesting to watch that election.
I called Tony Liggett Pineapple Man. I called Tony Liggett Pineapple Man. You know why.
Yes, I know. If you're all wondering, just Google.
Yeah, Google
Pineapple Party.
Yeah, just Google Pineapple Party.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to shit when you see the definition of it.
AKA Radar, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Tony Liggett's just a swinging. You're right, Molly. They'll say
they can,
anything.
but they refuse to.
Right. Look at OCEC. She said, "Oh my God, Frank, it's true." The information that we got about him, he has about 2 or 3 of these pineapple parties a year. In my own opinion, I do believe they know who Bridge Guy is, but they're trying to break his alibi. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Toby Lickett. Damn. And I'm going to advise you guys of something else.
Things are getting.
The dog walking lady is related to Tony Lazy Boy.
Wait, what?
I call him Toby Lazy Boy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I like this one right here. Max Snellen, whatever his name is, Max. Our source talks to him quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Pickard is an independent.
Oh my gosh, now everybody's calling them that. Lazy Boy says they don't know if DNA was the killer. It could be anything. Oh, I love it. And then people laugh.
Look at OCZ. I bought a pineapple just because they're good. And the kids take it to school. And the teacher told him to put it back in the backpack before he gets in trouble.
I wonder what his expression would be if somebody bought a pineapple and took it to him.
Send it to him for a birthday present. I told you we was going to have some shits and giggles tonight, people.
Are either share candidates preferred? I don't know about that, but
I prefer Pickard. Mike Thomas.
I prefer anybody that's not currently in there.
Mike Thomas really got screwed in that election. And then to get demoted afterwards, that's just some crap by Toby Lazy Boy.
Look at Vanessa's comment. I've seen upside down pineapple stickers on cruise ship cabin doors.
If you guys haven't looked up the definition of a pineapple party, it's a swinger party. That's what it is. Look, Molly said, Frank started a trend. Let the Lazy Boy company know.
Molly says, I gave a friend in the South a pineapple artwork gift. I didn't know what it meant. She started laughing at it and told me I about died. Oh.
You're right, aka Radar. Thomas should have won that election.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Oh, my goodness.
Toe blazing.
Oh, my God.
Pineapple parties? Oh, swinging good grief. The plot thickens.
Yes, the dog lady is related to Toad Lazy Boy. Lazy Boy.
Lazy Boy.
God, tears running out of her eyes.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
In small towns, it's true. Many people are related in one way or another. You can get in big trouble if you say something wrong to someone's relative. Okay, so walk to like its relative and go, pineapple party?
I just sent him a message and say, hey, dude, when are you going to have your next pineapple party?
Can I join?
No, that's out of the question. Sorry about that.
Oh.
I like my ladies. Sorry. Even though I'm single, I still like my ladies.
Oh my goodness. Lisa says Sonny's channel put the pineapple knowledge in, and I saw a sweet little old lady with a pineapple blouse today, and I was like, oh my God.
Yes, Molly.
Oh.
When you go to a pineapple party, usually when you go to the door to the party, they'll have pineapples upside down hanging. That's what that means.
I learn something new every day on YouTube. Yep. Oh, I love this one. At Lisa, you can't unthink it. Unsee it now.
Somebody asked if Greeno had actually talked to the dog lady. From what we've gathered, that was a complete farce.
God left me waiting to wake my husband up. According to Kat and Greeno, they talked to her. That's all we can say.
Yes, she's a real lady.
But she is real.
She is real.
Sierra. Oh, shit. Oh.
Look at Bridget, what she just said. She goes, thank goodness for that, Frank. Ladies are happy to hear that. Hey, you want my email? Ask for it. I've been single for 7 years, and I've been single for 7 years for a reason. I have a lot of trust issues because I was in a bad marriage.
Jumpin' Jack says maybe that little old lady with pineapple blouse was trying to send a message.
And well, that little old lady probably is out of the loop because I don't think they did all that back in her day.
And then Molly says, my eyes.
Hey, Vanessa, you might want to change your mind on that now.
Then she says, oh, damn.
Oh, my God. See, we love to have fun. We love to have fun on our channel every once a week or so, guys, because we have to release
exactly
stress.
What I needed.
We got to release some stress and some frustrations and things like that. And people don't understand why we do these shits and giggle lives.
Yeah.
It's to get away from all the nonsense that's been going on, man. Have some fun. You can't always do a live about a case because then you're going to get bored with it. Even though there's information that's coming out, allegedly, people want to hear about it. But what, Vanessa? What's upsetting? Because you like pineapple upside down cake?
Yeah. I like this one. Jenna's saying she's laughing so hard she could wake up her husband, and then she's gonna have to explain upside down pineapple. And he'll take my phone. Oh.
Hey, straight from the horse's mouth, his new name is Toby Lazy Boy.
Lazy Boy. Oh, Daniel Lesenby is a good guy. Interesting.
I upset Vanessa. I'm sorry, hon. Smoke you another blunt, you'll be fine. You know, it's got 3 side effects: sleepy, hungry, and laughing.
Yep. Swinger's been around for a long. Yes, it has. Vote. Okay, here we go. Vote Pinkard. Don't be a stinkard.
Yep, I agree. They need a whole new change of scenery there in Carroll County. Oh, God. Here's Melissa down here at the bottom. Oh, man, I totally missed the pineapple upside down thing.
I'll be thinking about Swingers eating my next Hawaiian pizza.
You're going to be thinking about Swinger, just a swinging. Too bad we can't play that song right now.
Mar, that little old lady wasn't that old. She's just been overdoing the pineapple bites. Looking a little tired.
Oh, my God.
Andrea says I can no longer eat pineapple.
I can't eat. I can, but I don't because pineapple's so sugary, and I'm a diabetic.
I don't care. I still eat it.
Okay, Melissa, we're going to break it down for you. It is well known that Tony Liggett has pineapple parties. And if you want to know what a pineapple party is, look it up on Google, and your ass is going to start laughing your ass off.
We'll just say it's a spin. Molly the answer to all problems, but you forgot the 4th side effect. Music sounds really good. Yeah.
Hey, Vanessa, you see me? Look what I got.
Oh.
Yes, Lee Horde is backing Pinkard.
Who's Lee Horde?
He was the 3rd guy running in the election this past May against Tony Liggett and to Mike Thomas. Yes, Sierra, I'm on one. When I get on one, especially when I've been smoking some funny shit, I get to laughing and I start to joking and making wisecracks. And she just put her keys in the bowl. What the hell you talking about, Vanessa? You just put your keys in the bowl.
Just don't use pineapple wrap on that blunt.
This ain't a blunt. It's a regular doobie. It's my Scooby Doobie.
If you had a big metal star on your house, it signified that was a. Oh.
I ain't never heard of that one. And
that's a new one to me.
See, back in the 70s and 80s, I graduated in 87. I didn't know what a swinger was. I'd never heard of it.
I'm sure it was going around, though.
I didn't even know about gay people back then because you didn't see it back then.
I gotta wipe my eyes again.
Melissa's got a pineapple in her refrigerator. Hey, Melissa, take some string, wrap it around the pineapple, and hang it upside down. So when your boyfriend gets home, he's going to ask you what the upside down pineapple's for outside the door.
Radar says, so basically, if you go to one of his parties, you throw your keys on your way in, and whoever's keys you draw out on the way out is who you're stuck with for the night.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Molly, that'll come after the show lives. I'll go lay my ass in bed and grab me some food. Well, matter of fact, I got a big old thing of sugar cookies right under my nightstand.
Sugar cookies, that's all you need.
I know.
Good night, sweet Jules. Have a good week.
The next thing you know, me calling Marv, man, I had a diabetic attack.
I'm waiting for the Oreos and Cheetos to come out, Frank.
Hey, straight from the horse's mouth, it's obvious you're younger than me. Fingers are the best roach clips at all because once you get the calluses, you don't feel the burn.
What do you mean it still doesn't make sense? Which part?
Pineapple parties they use pineapples as a sign for swingers, a swinger party. They hang upside down pineapples outside the door that's having a swinger party. That's a sign that you're at a swinger party.
Maybe that's where Pat Brown lost his keys.
Oh my God. Pat Brown.
Oh. Melissa's dying.
Oh, hell no, Bridget. Not no damn pineapple under my bed. Mm-mm.
Sierra says her ribs hurt. Oh, God.
I can't even see straight. Shit's blurry to me right now. We got 100 and what in the chat? I can't see that.
122 in the chat. Digital says, and that's why his wife was forever calling 911. Oh. Yeah, Molly says that Melissa W. Ask Siri what her swingers are. Maybe I didn't used to know.
Look at Melissa, I have a cucumber too. That's for personal use. I'm sorry.
Stephanie, I'm dying too. I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard.
Hey, Jada, we don't laugh my butt off. I take it you don't use curse words. Yeah, Melissa, they use pineapples, upside down pineapples when they have parties to show that you're at a swinger party.
Luckily, at Freemeister, you don't need trust for a booty call or pineapple party.
Hey, Savannah, I practice safe sex. I don't have sex.
Frank's a reborn again virgin.
Now, I wouldn't say
I
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I can tell you that the last time I've been laid was on New Year's.
TMI.
Hey, I'll be honest.
I'm still saying TMI. Oh my God.
Bridget said, "Same, Frank, too messy."
It is 12:15 here, and I'm dying of laughter. It's exactly what I needed. Oh.
And Melissa said she learned about the pineapple thing the hard way. What do you mean? The hard way? That doesn't sound too comfortable.
And Molly says, I'd love to know how that as a symbol came about. I'll ask Suri. Please let me know what Suri's response is.
Look at Justin Justin. She just laughed her ass off back here.
Oh.
What video are you talking about, Savannah?
I don't even see the message. I'm like, oh.
Right here.
Hang on a minute. Will you be selling merchandise with pineapples on it?
Well, hey,
I'll take a coffee mug and t-shirt.
Hey, I got a good idea. During the election in November, why don't we go to Carroll County and go into his office where they have their thing to watch the election and start delivering pineapples to him? He'd be looking at people like, God damn, how'd this get out?
Okay, have you seen that video? What video?
Oh, we could
What's that New
create
Year's Eve party at Tony's house?
we could create a pineapple stand and it'll have the name Liggett Pineapples.
Oh.
My God. We're gonna get hell for this one.
There goes that video getting monetized.
We're gonna get hell for this one, boy. That's
You
all
have
right.
been rejected.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Lisa. She's gonna send an arrangement to Liggett, edible pineapple arrangement. Oh my God. Or we could send him a bouquet of the edible pineapple thing that says swingers. It spells out swingers.
It'll be our secret.
Oh, the secret was out a long time ago. That's why I brought it up.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Try with Marvin Frank with a pineapple in it. Nope.
Oh my God. Pickett is both candidates combined. Oh, hey, Angela L. Hey, Angie's. Guess who's in the chat? You see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We got
Stop doing it.
We've got a nudist colony here in Indiana. Right there up northwest before you cross over the state line to Illinois. It's in Rensselaer, Indiana.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Haunted Parlor. Send him an edible pineapple thought.
Oh my God. Man, I can't stop. I just can't stop.
Between Lazy Boy and the pineapple thing.
Toad Lazy Boy and Pineapple Liggett.
Oh. Frank,
No,
it true that-
hell no, hell no, hell no.
what? Where'd that come from?
Hell no. And if he thought about running for, no, I would be all in his ass about that. Not that way, guys. So don't even think that way.
Well, then you shouldn't say it that way. Oh my.
And he's been awful quiet lately too.
Oh my gosh.
No nudity here these days. I reach around the shower for the deodorant. I can't look.
Picket
Look at,
claws.
oh my God. Oh my God. Now this is going to be the talk of our show or on YouTube. Everybody's be like, man, you got to go check that shit out. They were funny as hell last night.
Oh, okay. Sir, he had no good info on pineapple meaning, and the Google is going to give me a bunch of creepy ads now. Oh my gosh.
I'm laughing so hard, I'm over here sweating and the damn AC's on.
Oh.
Oh, you're in the NASCAR too?
I like NASCAR.
I used to be in the NASCAR until they went to this stage format, and I just can't stand it anymore.
I can't stand the stage format either, but I gotta stop laughing for a minute. My stomach hurts.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up Pineapple Party because they're. Hold on. Definition of a pineapple party. Here we go. Here's the Urban Dictionary definition of a pineapple party. A get-together with people over 21 drinking alcohol out of pineapples. Let's see, hold on. That wasn't what it, that's not what I was looking at. Just, there it is. The doing of having a pineapple with two friends and taking turns shoving the pineapple up each other's asses. That's what it says. Here, can you see that?
No, your background's in the way.
Oh, well, damn. That's what it says.
Oh, Jetta says, come on in. Have a seat in the brand new dandy Tobe Lazy Boy and sip on this Liggett Colada while you fill out your ballot.
And look what Angela says. Look what she said. Why do you think SpongeBob? God. Oh, yeah. Man, you better lube up if you're going to have that pineapple, is what Melissa's saying.
Oh, just Pam. My stomach hurts so bad.
Yeah.
Andrea.
When I was in the military.
That's an awful rough French tickler.
When I was in the military.
No, don't go there.
Oh, God, that is sick. That's sick. Gerbils, ugh.
Laura, I don't know if you've been here since the beginning or not, but I have to drive to the airport in a couple hours, and your show is the exact thing I needed. Oh.
Phew.
Molly says we're all going to get weird ads now. It's your fault, Frank.
There you go. What is Savannah saying?
Oh.
Hey, it's the best sex in the world. Bitch don't talk. The bitch don't talk back, and my bitches don't get pregnant. My 5 sisters don't talk back, and they can't get pregnant.
sisters
Rosie.
don't hear this.
Rosie Paul was in her 5 sisters.
Oh,
Yeah, we did, Jada, did we? Beat 50 Shades of Grey.
yeah, Savannah, where are they tonight? They're not in here. What the heck?
It was funny because as soon as I was in my live yesterday, the bots came out with those sex ads.
Oh. Damn, you guys, you turned this into some kind of Richard Gere shit.
Well, nobody knew about Richard Gere, did they?
No.
He was in prison for a while, so I know he was getting some pineapple up that ass. It's true.
I asked Alexa what an upside down pineapple represents, and she says, "Hold on, I'm getting that from YouTube."
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I can't even see the chat anymore.
Oh my
Tears
God.
are just streaming. Molly says, "Wait, don't prune Pretty Woman for me."
Look at Grizz. What the hell? Late night? We're following Sleuth's lead on the Insomnia crew.
But we're dying here because we're talking about Toby Lazy Boy.
Yeah, Pineapple Pigget.
Pineapple Party.
Pineapple Pigget. Oh, what did the? All right, just Pam, you got to explain.
You wouldn't believe the videos that popped up. Wait.
Oh my God.
Hopefully, like, gets knocked out with a pumpkin on Halloween.
Fuck the pumpkin. Somebody smack him with a pineapple.
If he loses, they should take a bunch of pineapples up to him to hear this all the defeat.
Oh, sorry, Tony. Here's some pineapple. Shove them up your ass. You'll feel better.
Oh. Janice says there went an officer and a gentleman. Yep, that movie's out.
Oh my God. Grizz, we're having a good old time tonight, man. Oh
Lazy
my
Boy
God.
and
I bet his wife loved licking his asshole. It tastes like pineapple.
I love this. And Grizz, we're having a very serious intellectual discussion of true crime matters here. Please respect the rules and have some pineapple.
Oh my God. Look at Grizz is laughing his ass off. Look, he knew about the pineapple party shit. Because me and him have talked about it. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh no, I got to spread the word on this one.
Put your keys in the bowl. We'll tell you tomorrow. Here for a pineapple.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to rub my eyes raw here in a minute.
And go on the cool fresh air.
Look at Jess Pam. She said, hey, Grizz, welcome to the Pineapple Factory. Oh my God. Ooh.
Any more ice or something?
Let me drink my sugarless tea. Oh my God. Woo.
And Digital says today is not going to be the day, unfortunately.
Man, look at Angela. She's craving a pina colada. You better talk to Tony Reagan about that one.
No doubt.
Oh my God. You better talk to Tony. He might have some pineapple for you, but you better smell it first because it might smell like ass.
Well, Bridget, we can't talk about true crime all the time, and we have related the pineapple party to crime. police officer? What do you want to say?
He is the party, Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
My stomach hurts from laughing so hard. If anybody was trying to sleep in this house, I woke them up.
I bet Andrew's probably like, what the hell's going on down there?
He's crashed in the chair. He don't care. Oh.
And now I know why, Andrea says, now I know why there's a hole in the middle of a pineapple ring. God. Oh my God.
Laura says, oh no, I didn't see any pineapple inspired pork products at the Bacon Festival in Delphi tonight.
Oh.
And Pam says, I'll never look at a pineapple the same.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Woo.
oh my God.
Oh, somebody messaged me.
And Chris popped up with smash that pineapple.
Oh my goodness. Lynn C messaged me.
She did.
Yeah. I seen her. I think I seen, she was in our mod before we went live.
Oh.
So I messaged her and she said, who is this? And I said, it's your second Frank. If anybody doesn't know who Lindsay is, she's one of our moderators, but she hasn't been around for a while because she's had some health issues. And her husband's name's Frank. And me and her got to be pretty good friends. So she calls me her second Frank.
Oh my goodness. All this scoop makes me glad I live in a big city where no one talks to anyone else and no one is related to everybody.
Whew.
Oh.
My goodness. I mean, we dropped down to 90 people in the chat, and then now we're back up to 102.
Jumpin' Jack says, I have a pineapple in my fridge and now I don't open it.
Hey, Molly, don't worry about the mod duties today. It's late. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
Oh my
God. We said we were going to have a late night chat, and that we did. We originally talked about Delphi, but then we got on the pineapple subject. Oh.
Angela, honestly, I do not like pineapple. Where the hell did you go? There you go. I do not eat pineapple on my pizza.
Straight from the horse's mouth says, okay, guys, no more of this Richard Gere shit, please. I'm too high, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, man. I don't want to hear about no damn week because I'm out until next Thursday.
Oh, my God. On for over 2 hours? It doesn't seem like it.
No, it don't. No, it don't. What's this mean? Sure, Frank. Bridget. How you doing?
Well,
oh my God! Look what Laura Doon said.
That's what I was just gonna say. The juicy loose. Oh my God.
Got my nose all running and shit. Damn. Now I feel like it sounds like I've been snorting meth or coke. Oh my goodness.
Oh. I like that. We're gonna have to, maybe we should get a shirt that says we're not the Lucy Juicy.
I know what we need to do. Make up t-shirt says vote for Tony Liggett with a big old pineapple on the front of his shirt.
And have people wear them around Delphi and Carroll County right before November.
Right. True crime with Juicy Lucy.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. What's the matter, Bubba? Everybody want to see Blade? Hold on. Where you at, bud? Come here. Come here.
Blade's like, Daddy, we're supposed to get to bed. You're not giving me no attention.
He's fine.
Oh my God, that was weird.
Oh,
Frank, you're
yeah.
floating. What the heck? Oh, that was the weirdest thing. Jada says, hey, listen. What? Listen to what?
Hey, listen to what?
Frank is haunting his backdrop again.
Oh, I don't gloss. They got Steve doing that shit now.
Here, I'm so glad that you joined us and everybody's having a good time. I'm over here crying and
There you go, Bridget. Great idea, Frank. Beautiful vote. One Tony Liggett pineapples. Ooh-wee.
hi, Heather. I don't know if you'll quite understand the insanity if you haven't been watching, but welcome. It won't do it now, Frank. It was only when you were standing.
What, this? There we go. There we go.
Frank, you're floating. That's what I said, and she's cracking up.
Our friend MS just messaged me. You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell him we're live.
Oh,
Let me get here.
yeah.
Hey, buddy, we're having a live cracking on Tony Liggett about the pineapple party shit. And we got people rolling like a motherfucker in our chat.
Oh,
Hey, I'm waiting for him to respond to that because he's typing back now.
oh God.
He asked me who Jordan McCoy is. I was told he was a part of the leaker crew.
Just Ozzy says, ask them if they want pineapple. Lisa says, Marv, you're welcome has a whole new meaning. Yes, it does.
He's coming over. He's coming on.
Buy shares in pineapple and lazy boys now. Don't make a fortune.
Everybody, Matt Sullivan's getting ready to come in the chat and laugh it up with us because obviously
I have to go have a quick cigarette.
Matt's the one that told me about the pineapple party stuff, so he'll be over here in a minute.
I'll be right back.
All right. Woo! Man, this is crazy, guys. This is a good night to have some laughs and shit. Let me fire up the rest of this roach joint that I got. There. Oh. He's got some info. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where you at, bud? You coming on? You want to come up on the panel? Let me ask you. Are you in there, Matt? Are you in the chat? Say something. Come into the chat, man. Come up on panel. Everybody likes to see you and say hi. A lot of people miss you, guy. Wait for him to pop up in here somewhere. Fire him up if you got it. Valerie, you still in here? Oh my God, Carol. That is hilarious. Buy shares of pineapples and Toad Lazy Boys. You'll make a fortune. There he is. What's going on, Matt? You're funny, dude. Yeah, we've been cracking for the last 2 hours about the pineapple party thing that you had told me about. And everybody didn't know what it was. And I told them to look it up on Google. And everybody come back laughing their ass off. So we've been making wisecracks about him for the last 2 hours, talking about, hey, print up T-shirts for vote for Tony Liggett, put a pineapple on his shirt and all that shit. Or deliver a bouquet of edible pineapples to his office. You want to come on the panel, bro? I'll drop the link. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in case somebody wants to come on. All right, guys, here you go. Yeah, we're cracking it up tonight, buddy. Oh my goodness. That's right, Vanessa. Smoke them if you got them. I know Matt's probably doing the same thing. He's a chiefer too. Bridget. I don't think Kate would appreciate that one. Oh my God. I put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up here. Everybody fucking give some love to Matt Sullivan, man, because he's been through a lot of shit in the last couple of years when it comes to this Delphi case. And, you know,
hey, Matt,
go ahead.
You don't have an upside down pineapple on your door, do you?
It's like I was just telling everybody, I said, I don't think Kate would appreciate that one. Oh my goodness.
There's new Toad Lazy Boy up there. Go up on.
Yeah, we got a new nickname for Toad. Instead of the Leslie, we call him Toad Lazy Boy. Yeah, me and Matt
whipped out for secret nibble.
Me and Matt have actually become pretty good friends, internet friends. We talk by phone all the time.
Good to see you, Matt.
Yeah, it is good to see you, buddy. You need to show your face, man, because people miss you.
Oh my God, my stomach hurts so bad. I'm not gonna have to do sit-ups tomorrow, that's for sure.
They straight from the horse's mouth, man. I smoke so much, I have to smoke 4 or 5 times in a row before I even get high because my body's so immune to weed.
Oh.
Yeah, Matt, you need to come up here so people can see you, man.
Here. We're throwing out an invite for whoever wants it.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Killing me, my stomach, my eyes are watering like crazy.
Hey Matt, when you and Kay were at dinner tonight at the restaurant, you didn't have no pineapple, did you? And by the way, Matt does live streams on his Facebook page, guys. If you ever want to see him, he does them every once in a while.
Oh yeah, Molly, no exercise needed tomorrow. I don't think. Oh
my goodness. He's laying in bed. Yeah, I kind of figured. He's got to be quiet because Kate's sleeping. And he don't dare get out of that bed because she waking up and he's not in that bed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Matt's a really good guy, guys. He is. You just got to get to know him. And it's like
He's doing a lot of work on the Evansdale case right now.
Yeah. I was explaining to everybody, I believe it was a week ago or so, and Matt came into the chat and everybody's asking where he's been, and I had to basically break the lowdown on him. So, and he's learning, and that's all you can do. Everybody makes mistakes, and if you don't think, if somebody says they don't make mistakes, I'm sorry to say this, but you're full of shit. Everybody makes mistakes.
Vanessa, you need to rewind this and start at the pineapple conversation. You won't have to exercise, honey. You'll just laugh and laugh.
She ate a gallon of ice cream?
Yes.
What the hell? And didn't offer none? As long as there's no pineapple in it.
That's what Jumpin' Jack just asked. Vanessa wasn't pineapple. Oh, Heather, don't watch it if somebody's trying to sleep next to you.
Hey, Matt, when we had our discussion last night, is it the information that you were planning to forward to me, or is it any part of that, or what? He's on his phone. Laying in bed.
Lisa says the produce aisle will never be the same again.
Everybody be looking like, hell no, keep them pineapples away from me. Matt does have a channel, Bridget, but he doesn't use it because he went through hell in regards to the Delphi case. So him and Kate left YouTube for a while. They haven't been on, when has it been, about a year now? Or a little less than that. So
yeah,
he basically...
He's got the Evansdale Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
His original channel, Bridget, was True Crime Dive with Matt and Kate. Arson? Oh, he's talking about the state trooper that was killed and her daughter. Straight from the horse's mouth.
Here's it's the Evansdale Murders Unsolved Homicides.
Yeah. I think it was murder. I do, straight from the horse's mouth, because anytime there's an arson, and if somebody dies in an arson fire, it's considered homicide. So somebody was out for that state trooper female, and her the female. It's too bad that her child was lost in the fire too. So yeah, Bridget, he does have a Facebook page in regards to Evansdale.
I put the link in there.
Yeah. He will every once in a while announce that he will go FaceTime on Facebook to talk about the case. Oh, here we go. Oops.
I just had it on there.
Are you talking about Daniel Pearson's dad? Is that what you're talking about?
Wow.
Well, we know that there's a civil suit against Liggett, or not Liggett, but Tobe Lesenby, Drew Yoder, Dan McCain, and Steve Mullins for excessive force. We know there's...
He says that his uncle.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Good, they should be investigated. Especially Lazy Boy and Liggett. Carol says, good news. Oh.
Yeah, his dad, Daniel Pearson's dad, was a Carroll County sheriff for a long time, for like 17 years.
About time somebody's investigating all this.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody went to the Attorney General of the state of Indiana and said, look, shit's got to be looked into when it comes to Carroll County. I would like to know where that $1.4 million went for the bridge that was granted to the Carroll County. And you're not going to tell me that that one pillar there, right there at the north end of the bridge that they repaired and paving that trail cost $1.4 million. I'm sorry, but that's a little far-fetched for me.
Yeah.
Here we go. Matt posted. Yeah.
Misconduct, yes.
Yeah, even though the court dismissed it, somehow they turned the case over to the prosecutor's office.
Vanessa says, I've seen some of the documents Matt has posted on Facebook, and he really seems to be digging through some shady stuff. You got it. He is.
I'm in contact with Matt 3 or 4 times a week, so.
Matt says,
whoa.
Wow. We have the CCTV footage. Woo.
Jumpin' Jack Flash, Kate would have his ass if he got out of bed.
That's why they forwarded it to the prosecutor. Okay. Because of the CCTV footage.
Good.
Good.
Sometimes I'm ashamed of living in the state of Indiana, honestly. I'm ashamed of it.
Yeah. We obtained it from the trash transfer station Pearson works at. Oh, wow.
Shit. Carol, I'm gonna make a comment on her request here.
Yes.
He does not put stuff out there like that. He forwards all the information to us, and we decide when we think it's the best time to release some of this information.
Yeah, but he's got that other site.
Oh, he puts it all out on Facebook.
Yeah. Here we go.
Trash transfer stations basically like a dump, Molly.
Here's his other site called the Carroll County Conspiracy.
Yep. But we do have a lot of information he's passed along to us when it comes to the Flora fires. I mean, we got nearly 1,000 pages from him, and we're still digging through it.
Let's see. I mentioned the money that came into Carroll County after the girl's death. Federal, state, local, massive money that historical groups, board members in Delphi are in charge of. Yes. AKA says, Radar says, pillar was 100,000.
Yeah, I've been around construction a lot, and I know damn well it didn't cost a 1.4 to pave and fix that pillar. Somebody's lining their pockets with money in that county, and that's why I'd like to see it get investigated by the state attorney or the governor's office, actually, because they're the ones that approved the grant.
Yeah. He says we can't show it yet. We sent Liggett a screenshot, hence the vote to forward to special prosecutor. Well, if they indict him, Matt, can you make a request from the special prosecutor and tell him to, with the indictment, to give him an upside down pineapple? Oh. Yes, great work.
Yeah.
It's really hard. The legal stuff is hard, but he helps explain it, so that's good.
Yep.
We obtained a lawyer already.
Yep. Good. Good. Always protect yourself.
If you like Facebook and you want to see Matt's the Carroll County Conspiracy, here's the link for it. So Trust and Justice says at Matt, Delphi related or corruption related? Isn't it both?
Yep, I think it is. And it's also tied in with the Flora thing too, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, we've uncovered some shit in that Flora thing though when we was reading that deposition. My God, Jesus Christ. Josh Ayers' deposition was all over the damn place.
Yes, it was.
And then we got True Crime with Shannon. She's working on Troy Holderman's.
Yes. Yep. Good idea. At Matt Sullivan cover butts and make duplicates to put in different places. You betcha.
That's what he's done. That's what he's done for us. He's sending stuff to us to have backups.
Here you go. Just Mike.
Who's Just Mike?
I don't know.
I've never seen him before.
But you have to show your face behind the scene first before I bring you on.
Yeah.
Just Pam. The name of it is the Carroll County Conspiracy. Conspiracy, whatever. Tomato, potato.
Just depends on what part of the country you live in.
Not sure what they're hiding, but it's bad enough that they are desperately trying to protect. Yeah. Yes. True Crime Dive episodes still are on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
You can ask the general question in the chat there, Mike, if you'd like. Unless you want to keep it secret.
Yeah, we want those 911 call tapes.
I looked into that. I follow up on that all the time. It is tied up in the upper courts.
Yes.
And see, I started putting a lot of things together when it came to the Flora and the Delphi and the election. A lot of the same people are all involved with all three.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to public officials, I should say.
Here's your question, Frank. If it'll come up on the screen here. Hang on, it's being slow. I've said killer most likely met cop. Why not arrest yet?
They got
not enough evidence.
It's the alibi.
Not enough evidence yet, and breaking the alibi.
Yep. No, Mike. You're misinterpreting what Tobe Leslie said. He knows that voice. He's basically saying to himself, to everybody, think about the voice. I know that voice. I know that voice. Making people think is what he's doing.
They sealed the 911 tapes. Court ruled that they aren't legal, withholding them. They've obtained lawyers and refused to obey the judge. The reason? Because the smoke detectors are not heard. Interesting.
We got a document that Matt sent to us from the ISP with, what would you call it? Inventory. There was one fire detector in that house and there was no battery in it. And we've got the document from ISP showing that.
Yeah, Green River Killer was interviewed and investigated early on. Took nearly 2 decades to charge him.
Yeah, Molly, there's definitely something going on with KK because, like I told you, the rumor is that the prosecutor offered him an 8 to 10 year sentence on a plea, and from my understanding, Keegan was going to take the plea, but he changed his mind. So he's going to another direction.
Savannah says there is a smoke detector heard from other duplex.
Matt, you want to answer that?
Carter said Killer most likely interviewed or someone close to him. Yeah, they did say that.
Yes, Savannah, that's the smoke detector they're talking about.
There is a lot of corruption in that area. And yes, there have been a lot of unexplained fires in that area.
So what are you saying, Mike? Keegan's attorney changed plea because of Delphi case. Can you elaborate a little bit on what you know?
Bridget says there was a smoke detector in adjoining part of duplex.
Not according to ISP. We've got the document.
Ozzy says there was an incident where I live. End result was it took down the entire police force. Wow.
The same thing happened with the Tupac Shakur case. There was one city, they shut down the whole police department because of corruption.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, Matt says they looked into the possibility that it was from the other apartment, but investigations have made that seem unlikely. Ayers even lies and admits that it was unlikely. Wow.
Yeah, we read that in this deposition. But he was claiming he heard a smoke detector too, and I don't know how.
Could have been from one of the houses around that house.
I understand what you're saying, Lisa. That's what a document says, but we have an actual document from the Indiana State Police investigation that states there was only one smoke detector and there was no battery in it. I mean, if I need to pull up the document and pull it up here and show it to you guys, we will. I mean,
what? So Lady Cop's husband was a judge. Where? What? I need more information on that one. I lost on that one.
Yeah, we've been on here for 3 hours on my time.
2.5, yeah. Documents, yeah, okay. No batteries were found. That's what our documents say.
Yep.
There was a smoke detector in the other duplex sounding, and it was in the transcripts. Just Mike, I'm saying TK and KK are not involved in murder because FBI agent cleared them. What FBI agent cleared them? He heard it because he told investigators it was working. He also collected insurance monies under the lies he and the county stated in the beginning.
The reason why they collected the insurance money because they declared it an accident at the beginning until other investigators came in and reviewed everything and went back into the house and they found accelerants, and that's when they determined it was an arson. So he got his money before the other investigators come in, basically, is what I'm saying.
Wendy Osborne cleared them. I emailed you articles to prove it. Okay, we'll take a look. Thank you. Let's see here. The polygraph state officer.
Angela, are you still in the chat? Oh, that's Tony Klein. Yeah, I see. Hold on, I can't tell if that's Tony Klein. Who is that?
Who?
The picture that Angela just sent me. Angela, if you're still in the chat, tell me who that is.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she just sent me. It's Tony Klein. Here, let me send this picture to you.
Yeah, but the scuzzy landlord did. You got it. Okay, so what is this picture of?
Tony Klein.
Where are they at?
In your messenger.
No, in the picture.
Hold on, I don't even know if she's still in the chat or not. Let me messenger.
Just Pam, yes. They have Meow Zedong has some great videos on Flora. That's Molly. At first, that's what I thought he was saying too. I was confused.
I'm lost here. Hold on. I'm gonna put my on mute for a minute.
Do you two go with description given to use, including age? Yes, Tamara. Josh Ayers has had other properties burn and probably collected money. If Tony did it, don't you think McCain nailed him by now? I haven't nailed anybody by now. So who's to say what's going on and why this person hasn't been caught? Person or persons. Haldeman has apparently bragged about putting newspaper in the electrical, yes, to collect insurance cash in the past, yes. Let's see here. Welcome, Courtney. Let's see here. At Carol, I have no idea when he was seen. I think it's only the MS that says he's been seen around town, but I think he's under surveillance. Forgot what channel that was on. Okay, I missed something. Hang on here. I'm going back. When was the last time TK was seen? Perhaps they're looking in River for him. No, he's out and about. He parks his truck away from the house now to make it look like he's not there, but he's there. But I mean, we've got some really big cases that need to be solved. And this isn't, there's so many cases in Indiana right now, it's not even funny. Unsolved murders, unsolved missing. It's crazy. You've got Delphi, you've got Flora. We just did a video with the stepfather for Tabitha Shuck Rains. Countless. Yeah, I think Frank's on the phone.
Yeah, my bad. Hold on. Get back to Mark. He messaged me and told me that Buffy is ready to do a live.
Awesome.
So I thought I'd let you know that.
Okay, cool. What do you guys think about the marathon footage? Sounds pretty ridiculous level of incompetency. It could have been a slam dunk years back. Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, I mean, we've talked about this earlier. I said, if they're not going to show any documentation that this really happened, I'm not going to take any word they say as truth, because you never know. Because of the fact is, they're blaming the FBI for this. What if that's a deterrent to get the heat off the local law enforcement?
Right.
Because if you want to get technical about the whole situation, local law enforcement screwed up the case from day one. Not the FBI. They did from day one.
Now, Court Lee says, did I hear somewhere that the state of Indiana just made DNA samples for convicted felons law sometime after 2017?
Yes. Automatically get a blood withdrawal if you're charged with a felony or convicted of, yes.
And Jumpin' Jack says, does anyone know if there are any other cases they're linking the AS account to?
Nothing's been brought up on our end or through news media, as far as I know.
Yeah. From what we have heard, yes, TK had part of his foot amputated.
Yes, and he
was in rehab.
Yes.
Let's see here. Yes, Bridget, sounds like they all screwed up and they're passing the buck.
I do believe that the alleged ski mask incident is a big part of the Delphi case. Oh, Matt's got a big thing about Murder Sheet here. Let's read it.
I just clicked on it. Murder Sheet has lied and manipulated the evidence since February 2021. Their source and Gray's sources are the same persons, the Miami County prosecutor and his brother.
I didn't want to say it, but I'll let him do it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. And it makes me wonder if they're all working together to try to collect a reward fund. Because like me and you talked about earlier, how many FOIA requests we filed and we got rejected because it's open criminal investigations? They don't have privy, they do not have privy to that. And there's only two entities that have access to that. That is the Miami County Court and the Miami County Prosecutor's Office. So somebody out of one of those two offices is teamed up with the Murder Sheet podcast. And I want to expose that shit so bad because it's not fair that when we file our FOIA request, we get denied, but these guys are getting shit handed to or spoon-fed the shit. Right. It is bullshit, and it pisses me off.
I thought the Miami or Anthony Shots count that Keegan Klein created has opened the biggest. It has.
Yeah.
But they have not mentioned anything about any other victims. Molly says, who is the Miami County prosecutor?
Jeff, hold on. I got his name right here. Give me a second. Him and his brother, Dennis. Give me a second.
Oh, wait here. Miami County is mad that ISP has hijacked the case.
The prosecutor's name is Jeff Sinkovich.
Yep.
And his brother, Dennis. I want to get to something real quick before you say something. I'm going to go on this one real quick. Kevin Greenlee is a real estate attorney, and I keep saying this. He has no privy to the criminal case files. If he's not working that case, he has no privileges to it. I've researched this stuff, guys. He has no authority to even look at anything he's not involved in.
Jetta says, I think it just hit papers a Shots account. Keep an eye on the news. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised.
And like I was explaining earlier before, I believe when the KK transcripts were released, it was done intentionally. This is how I think went down. This is my opinion. Whoever leaked this information out on his case file on my case in Indiana had given Kevin Greenlee the heads up. I'm getting ready to put this on here for about 5 or 10 minutes. Go in there, get what you need, and call me back so I can pull it back off. That's how I think how it went down.
Yeah. You just named a couple of entities that I believe for the actual leakers on Logan's search for it. I didn't found someone for Smith that came from someone that Ryan thought he could trust. That's why they didn't release it until he died.
Well, you can't trust them people. I mean, why would you give it to a podcast that's been working the Burgerchef murders for so long and it ain't got nowhere with it? We've got more. I mean, it pisses me off because we've been doing so much work on this case and they didn't really come into the picture until the transcripts were released.
Right. That's what we're trying to figure out is who's leaking it.
And I think I'm gonna call the bar about that on Monday and find out, are they allowed to do that or not? Because if they're denying us because of the open case thing, then they shouldn't be giving it to nobody else.
Right.
And I ain't gonna hear this shit. Well, she's got the First Amendment what do you call it? freedom of the press. That doesn't work with me. If you noticed all the other news stations in Indiana, who do you think they're getting these documents from? The murder sheet. Because they've applied for them and they got denied, so the murder sheet's turning them over to these people.
Yep.
And I just want to message them so bad. But I'm not going to do that because now they're filing cease and desist orders on people. I've already found that out too. They don't want nobody taking their documents and using them. That's why they keep putting watermark shit on the front of their stuff.
Yeah, which is a bunch of crap. Matt says, word is that Logan leaked his own warrant to injure the case. A big FU to the county. Maybe? Jenna says, I read Logan gave it to a lady that interviewed him.
Barbara McDonald.
After he died.
Barbara McDonald.
Yeah.
I still believe Ron Logan's indirectly involved in this case somehow. Until somebody explains to me why his phone was pinging in 2 different locations that day, especially at the crime scene and between 7:58 and 10:15 that night. And everybody wants to say, well, maybe somebody had his phone. I don't want to hear that bullshit because I don't let nobody have my phone. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't go, it's like if I was married. I wouldn't give my wife a phone, even though I have nothing to hide. It's like me going in my wife's purse if I had a wife. I wouldn't do that. When I was married, I never went through my wife's purse. Never.
All right, Frank, I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah, another 5 minutes will be 3 o'clock my time.
Yep.
Just remember, everybody.
Yeah,
just remember, everybody. We love each and every one of you. And to my brother, and to my brother Matt, much love for you, brother. You and Kate, much love for both of you guys. No, Molly, what I'm saying is that Logan's phone pinged at 2:09 at the Arrowhead, which is right there at the end of the Freedom Bridge at 2:09 p.m. And then it pinged again that evening at the crime scene. See, a lot of people try to debunk all that crap, and I even researched it. You don't just have, you can have 2 cell towers and get a triangulation, and I'll explain how that works. They use 2 cell towers and a satellite. That's how they got the coordinates exactly where his phone was pinging at. If you get a ping outside, it is good. The ping is good within like 16 square feet. And if you're indoors and they get a ping, they can pick it up within 40 square feet. So when you're outside, you get a better destination than you would be inside. I live in Indy, Heather, in that town, about an hour and 20 minutes south of Delphi.
We just want to say thank you so much to everybody. You know, we love interacting and, you know, throwing out theories and rumors and ideas and speculations and bouncing it off everybody to see what sticks and what doesn't. And we just appreciate all of the support that you give us. You know, I had made a comment on the Facebook group and had a lot of love and support and people messaging me today. So just want to say thank you so much for all of you. We appreciate you.
Yes, most definitely.
And yes, we needed the belly laughs tonight, and we got that.
And I want to make a comment. After I did my live yesterday, I went back and was checking out the comments, and someone made a comment that, Frank, it's not about you. It had nothing to do with me. The fact of the point why I did that live is I've had several people approach me about the fact when I talked to Keegan Klein on July 8th, within a month he filed for continuance and was looking at other legal options, and people told me, you're more than likely the one that caused that, to get Keegan thinking. Because I told Keegan, I said, dude, this prosecutor ain't doing shit for you, man. He's eating lunch every day with the prosecutor. He sits right next to the prosecutor in the same office, you know. And I just wanted him to get to think, man, if you got something that you know, it could help you get a lower sentencing, even though he deserves the max. I was basically using reverse psychology on the dude to try to get more information out of him. So, and it had nothing to do with me. It's just the fact of the matter, I wanted everybody's opinion on what they thought, if it was possible that could have happened. So,
Bridget, thank you so much for that. You know, we helped us out as much as we can. We're glad that Karina's case, you know, got an arrest and is going to trial.
yeah, they made an arrest about a month after we had Jerry on here.
Yeah.
After we had Jerry on here, within a day or two after that, we did another live about Flint Farmer.
Oh, okay. She says, I don't think Karina's case would have been solved because of your work. And then she said, I meant without your work with Jerry and exposure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. And ever since that case was solved, we've been getting people left and right out of the woodworks wanting us to work cases, certain cases.
But we had already promised that we would help on certain cases. One of them is the Tabitha Shuck Rains. And we're starting with that. And then we'll keep working other ones also. Yes, his heart's in the right place.
Yeah, I'm good at what I do, guys. That's why Marv asked me to be partners with her, because my research and skills are off the hook. So
Carol, her remains were
they were just outside of Peru.
Right.
Just outside of Peru.
Does that mean Bart's story and etc. not true?
Bart's Keegan's half brother.
Oh, okay.
So
thank you, everyone. We are going to jump off of here, and but we enjoyed tonight. We talked Delphi, then we started laughing, many laughs, and then talked Flora and more Delphi. So glad that you all could join us. Thank you for your love and support.
hold on a second. Let's answer this question with Andrea real quick.
Yeah, we're looking into it. You sent a lot of information, so that was good. Frank is very thankful for that.
Yeah. You guys just don't understand what deep diving is. I don't want to dog other channels, but I notice some other channels don't really do a whole lot of deep diving. I believe it's us, Sonny's channel, Sleuth. Those are the three main, and Randy are the three main channels that I know of that really deep dive. I mean, we put out information. We find information that people are like, wow, where did you guys get that from? You know?
And we love the information that everybody sends us.
Yep, we do.
So,
But
all right, everyone. On that note, have a great night, early morning.
peace out. One love, y'all.
Love.
Good night, guys. Love y'all.
Love ya.
Good night.
Good night.